Have you been wanting to start your content creation journey but you don't know how? You want to start uploading to TikTok, to Instagram Reels, to Snapchat, to YouTube. In this video I'll be explaining the free softwares that you can use to create short form content, long form content and thumbnails for your YouTube or TikTok or whatever other platform you want to use on the internet. So the first software I'll be going over is CapCut. First, you import your video, then you head over to text. I'm not sure how this works on mobile, this is just a Windows short tutorial. You head over to text, then you go over to auto captions and it creates the auto captions for you. Once you have the auto captions, you want to change your font because the font, as you can see, is not the best. I personally use the bold font because it keeps everything nice and clean. It's all in capital letters, you don't have to caps everything by hand. I'm going to be dropping a link for it down in the description. Size 12 font, stroke, size 32. Then I go drop shadow, opacity 100, blurriness 80%, distance 12. And you leave the angle as it is. With short form content, you want to make sure that there's gap left at the top, but more of a gap left at the bottom and the sides, because most of the time text and like if you're using TikTok, the comments, the shares, everything just covers up this text. So for this, I'm just going to be moving it up to the very top because his face is here, and I'm just going to put the text at the top because there's like a nice space over there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go over it, make sure there's no spelling mistakes. Okay, I went through it. There is no spelling mistakes. So just make sure you go through every single video. Make sure there's no spelling mistakes because the captions are sometimes wrong. So then what I do is I make sure that there's not big chunks of text. Like I like my text 1 or 2 lines per text. So like here, I don't really like it.
You're just spraying emails.
I'm going to separate it where emails is. So
Spraying emails.
when he finishes saying emails, I cut the video. I just go over to
You're just spraying emails.
right here. And you click Control B and it cuts the video in two. You go over to this one. And he finishes it there.
Out to everybody.
Amazing. I'm going to do this for all of them and make sure that there is no triple lines, only single and double. Okay, amazing. I went through the video and there is no more corrections that I need to do. Everything is single and double lines, as you can see. Amazing. So now what I like to do is I like using emojis. But before I do the emojis, I color it in yellow.
Spraying and praying, it's just not even cold email.
I like choosing like the first 1 or 2 sentences to be full yellow. So I just click on them. If you click Control and click at the same time, you can select more than one at the same time, which saves a lot of time. You scroll up to color, you pick the yellow color, and it's nice yellow color.
Spraying and praying, it's just not even cold email.
Oh yeah, if you also want to add animations, select all the text. I personally like the pop-up one.
And it's like,
but this is too long, so I go like,
and it's like
0.3 seconds.
Spraying and praying, it's just not.
Amazing.
Spraying and praying, it's just not even cold email.
If I want to add an emoji, I just go into my emojis tab, and I've got all the emojis I've used before. I look through them, and I just find out whichever one I want to use. And because he says spraying and praying, I'm going to use this one because it seems like he's praying. I'm making it smaller, so it's not half the size of your screen. And I go to animations because otherwise if you go like this, it just pops up like that. It's not really smooth. I really like Rock Cali, and then you repeat that for every single one of the clips. You don't want to put too many emojis in there or not too many colors because then it gets repetitive and there's no point doing it. You can also add sound effects to your text. CapCut is really clean because they have a lot of sound effects already in here, and because of the animations as well, you can make videos really easily. I go here, my sound effects, and I already got favorited ones. Got the classical whoosh.
Spraying and
amazing.
Spraying and
make it a little bit quieter. I go for -18 usually.
Spraying and praying, it's just not. Spraying and
there you have a really
spraying
super clean
spraying and praying,
and you just keep repeating that for all your videos right throughout it. Also make sure to check out Matt Lucero. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description. He has a lot of tips about cold emailing, and just for editing these videos I've learned a lot of stuff that I use in my day-to-day to grow my business. If you want to make short form videos for clients, or you need to find clients, you're just starting out cold emailing, copywriting, whatever it is, make sure to check out Matt Lucero in the description. So for long form content, we have DaVinci Resolve. I personally use this, edit mine and my clients' long form videos because I find it super simple to work with, as you have the sound waves here and you can see the exact spaces where I'm not speaking and you can just skip straight to them. They also have a lot of effects that we'll be exploring in this video as well. I'm just going to quickly cut the video and I'll get right back to you. I have cut my clip, there is no pauses, everything's nice and smooth. So now what I like to do is I go in my effects and I just get a nice basic title. Let me just move this down a little bit so I can fit the basic title above it. Get basic title because I like sort of subtitles for the intro of my videos. So I'm just going to be doing exactly the same as in short form. Font family is the bold font. With this one it's a bit different because it's already big as it is. I'm just going to move the stroke size to 4, the offset X to 10, and the offset Y to -10. That is all I'm going to be doing to the text in this video. So now I'm just going to go through it, and instead of doing auto captions, I'm just going to do them by hand. Alright, so I've just done the first little part, and now I'm just going to move it down because I don't want it in the middle of the screen. Going to go over here to settings and change the Y to -400. So now that I've done the subtitles for the first little part, I'm going to have little pop-ups of the logos that I've been saying in the intro. So now that I've added all of them, TikTok to Instagram Reels to Snapchat to YouTube, as you can see I've done all of them right there. I'm just going to make these smaller. So you just do that, you just change the zoom, and I'm just going to place them randomly on the screen. So now that I've put them all in position, I'm just going to add little pop sound effects so that it looks a little bit smoother when they come in. I also forgot to mention that you can easily find these sound effects over on YouTube and you just download them after that as an MP3 file. Now that I've added all the sound effects, I'm just going to decrease the volume to all of them because they're quite a bit louder than me. So like in the short form, I'm going to go from -18 decibels and I'm going to check to see how that is. TikTok to Instagram Reels to Snapchat to YouTube. That's nice, I like it. So now I'm going to go over the video and see if I want to make any other changes to it. And this part right here, I kind of content, long form content, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to add a little animated screen. The animated screens look something like this if you watch Iman Gaji. So I'm just going to cut it out when I finish the word thumbnails. I'm going to add text. I'm going to make the text yellow instead of white because yellow doesn't pop up that well. And I'm going to change the stroke color to black as it used to be. Same settings apply as was earlier on in the video. So this has been it for the long form content. Obviously this is just a short 20-second intro, but the process repeats for the whole long form video. And as promised, I'm also going to be talking about the free softwares that you can use to create your YouTube thumbnails. A lot of people decide to use Canva, but Canva doesn't have that many good free thumbnails. As you can see, the good ones in Canva are either pro or paid. So I personally stick away from Canva and I use an online Photoshop sort of software called Photopea. To make a YouTube thumbnail is pretty easy on this. I'm not the best at thumbnails, but if you watch a tutorial or two, you should be better than me anyway. You just want to start a new project and you can instantly go over to YouTube thumbnail right here. Click create. This creates a perfect template for YouTube thumbnails. If you also want to get inspiration from online, you can just search your YouTube idea. Let's say you're making a video about dropshipping. You look at these guys. Let's say you want to make a video like this one, like Iman Gaji. You need a picture of you going like this for the thumbnail face. Then you need the other logos for your video so you can put in the thumbnail. And you need a basic background. You can, on Photopea is really easy, you can also make a gradient background by clicking over here. Clicking these arrows here, and let's say you just want to go for this one. You click and drag across your screen and that creates that gradient there. Or you can just change the colors yourself. You can easily create something like Iman Gaji, as it is pretty simple, it doesn't require that much stuff. It just has a white circle with a logo inside of it and its face going like this with a simple background behind him. You can also blur your images using filter, blur, and I like the Gaussian blur. And you can just change it here. It's not too obvious with what it does in this one, but if you choose a picture, it'll be a lot more obvious. So that was the end of the video explaining how you can use CapCut for short form content, DaVinci Resolve for long form content, and the tool like Photopea for making your thumbnails in sort of a Photoshop type vibe. Or you can use Canva online to get templates, but the templates aren't the best, are free.